What's up, Mountie community? My name's Vincenzo Frangione. I currently play on the Mount Allison football team, and right now we're doing a segment called Mountie Pride Presents. Right now I'm going to bring some of the best athletes from our sports teams together, ask them questions about how they got to Mount A, how their career is currently going at Mount A, and how their career is going to be after Mount A. Right now I'm bringing in Daniel Bell, all conference, baby. All right, Daniel, it's good to see you today.
Yeah, good to see you too, Vinny.
So, wait, I'm not trying to gas your tires, but how much did you achieve in your first year? All conference, rookie of the year in the conference, and team defensive player?
Yeah, quite a bit for a first year, so.
Quite a lot for a first
year.
year.
You could say.
Okay, so I'm going to look at my questions here. When did you start playing football? Like, when did it start?
I actually started probably on the ride back from the grocery store. So I was with my dad. My dad actually played basketball here. So he was big into basketball, tried to get me into basketball, and I liked it. Wouldn't say I had a deep passion for it. So on a ride back, he saw a sign, and it said, register for fall football. Mm-hmm. And he said, hey, how would you like to try out football? And I think I was 11 or 12, so I've been playing for this will be like going on 9 years, 10 years.
Okay.
And you know what? I just said, yeah, sure. So obviously you get out to the practice not knowing what you're doing, run around like a chick with your head cut off. And my dad's just like, no, keep going. Like, I think you're going to like it. And next thing you know, here I am.
Who influenced you to be here? Like, who was it like your dad that helped influence you, or like guys you watched in like NFL, like anything like that? Or was it just like kind of on your own merit?
I think just coming from a family that's really athletic and in the sports, I always wanted to try to pursue, go as high as I could go with the sport. And growing up, obviously, almost as every Canadian kid, it's hockey. So I thought, I want to make the NHL and stuff. And then obviously as you keep going, you're like, well, it's getting a little harder to keep that goal going. But once I started playing football and as the years kept on going by, I kind of transferred over from wanting to play really high hockey to playing really high football. Mm-hmm. And as the years went by, it just came more of a reality that maybe one day I'll play high university football. And then here I am today, and now I'm just going to see how much farther I can get with it. So one of the biggest coaches to me was one of my Pee Wee Bantam coach, Steve Korskadin. And even till this day, I still... Like you talked about looking up to someone, he's probably someone I look up to the most. He just even when I wasn't super good at football, he always saw something in me and saw the player I could be, and always was on me to perform at my best. And you mess something up, you're going to do 50 yards of bear crawls, and just always on me to make sure I'm performing at my best in the way he knew I could. So I played with him for 2 years in Bantam, so that would have been grade 9, 10. So I started high school a little later than everyone, started in grade 11.
Okay. You only had 2 years of high school prep before this?
Yeah. That coach, he really thought I'd benefit from playing another year of instead of going grade 10 to high school right away, he said, if you're in grade 10, stay in the Bantam League. And to this day, it really benefited me a lot. I mean, and the philosophy was if you play Bantam, you're going to be playing both ways, specials, all that. And if you play high school in grade 10, you'll probably get some playing time at one spot. So that's a big thing for grade 10s, especially coming from St. John, is do I go make the high school leap or do I play Bantam?
Okay.
And if someone were to ask me, I would say go play another year of Bantam. So anyways, back on the subject, getting a little carried away. Only played 2 years of high school. Grade 11, I was all right. Nothing crazy. One of the better guys on our team. But obviously no one would look at me and go, oh, you're outstanding. You're gonna be the rookie of the year someday, just okay, he's all right. And then I just worked my butt off because I knew what I wanted to accomplish football-wise. Grade 12 came along, and I definitely transformed.
Really?
A lot better in just a year, just with my size, skill, performance, anything football development-wise. Again, nothing crazy, like one of the better guys in the province, but not a guy you'd probably look and going, oh, you're going to be a crazy university football player. And then again, I would say from grade 12 to my first year of uni, I just trained my butt off, knew what I wanted to accomplish, and was able to get something from it.
So Dan, this is more of a personal question. Where does your like high energy come from? Because we all know the way you are. You're the only guy I've ever met in my whole entire career that loves going to practice every day and just having that same mentality of like, I love this so much. And we see it on game day all the time. Like what brings that? What part of your brain works like that?
I just say I love football, and so every time I'm able to go out in the field, like, and just doing something I love is just, I don't know, I guess means a lot to me, and I'm really fortunate that I'm able to play university ball, and like some other people that might not be, even if they have the same passion for it. Like, it's like they have the same passion for something, but sometimes they're just not able to experience it on a day-to-day basis like I do. So I think that plays like the biggest role in why I'm just just so happy. And I don't know, I think just my brain's a little different than everyone else's.
You could say that again.
Yeah, we'll say that multiple times. And I think, I don't know, I think bottom line, I just love football. And
hey, man, fair enough.
We'll leave it at that.
All right, yo, so we have a little thing in the middle of the segment because, we've been talking. This is a quick little random question.
Oh.
If you had to hang out with one person in the world for one day, it could be famous, it could be family, it could be anything. Like one day, you just hang out with them. Who would it be? I know it's on the spot. We just got to hit you with the...
Okay, I'll definitely have to go with... Okay, well, I'm just going to start, like, narrowing it down. Professional sport athlete, NFL player, probably in my position. I would say Richard Sherman. Just going to elaborate on a couple of reasons.
Really?
One,
Okay.
earlier I talked about, like, taking what you're given and then find additional resources you need. And I think just watching how someone in my position at the pro level operates on a day-to-day basis, and like what he does in a day would be like a great tool for myself to use, and like kind of like a baseline. It's like, okay, this is what the pro athlete at my position, one of the best in the game at his position, this is what he's doing. Like, what do I need to do? Like, how much more do I need to do to get there? So I think, obviously not like you're like, oh, Tom Brady, the GOAT, but like, that's just my...
Well, that's like a unique one. Like, I feel like hanging out with Richard would be kind of fun. Like,
especially like me, he's a little different, happy to be on the field every day,
Oh, that's all right. I respect it. Honestly, I respect it. Okay. So, we all know you were a good prospect coming out of high school. Why'd you choose Mount A of all places?
Obviously, growing up in New Brunswick, only AUS football school in the province. So, through the years of playing Team New Brunswick, we would always like practice at Mount A, and we were really close with all like the coaches, and just being around the campus. So, I would say in a big part was just like growing up around here, like year after year, coming to this place, seeing the coaches, seeing the field, seeing the facilities. It's kind of like when you're in grade 7 or 8 and you have an older brother that's going to a high school, and you go, that's the high school I want to go to. Okay. I didn't have anyone that really went here besides my dad, but he didn't really influence me to make a decision. It was just kind of growing up around this place. At the end of the day, like, just kind of a place I wanted to be around. And like, surprisingly, coming out of high school, I wasn't scouted like overly crazy. And I think Mount A definitely showed the most interest towards me, which played like an important role for me picking. It's like, okay, who's like really interested in me? Who knows what kind of player I can be? So I think, so between those two, I think that's the biggest reasons why I chose Mount A.
All right, this is like kind of a philosophical question or whatever. What does being a Mountie mean to you? And you can be honest. It could mean nothing. It could mean everything. Like, it really won't hurt no one's feelings.
I'd say, like, I don't know. Being a Mountie, I think, is something, like, to take pride in. I think like the biggest thing like that stands out to me when I hear that is just like the pride of going to Mount Allison and like how good our academics are, how good our art program is, and like how nice everyone is, and just also like our sports teams. So I just think like it's just I'd say the biggest thing that stands out to me is just the pride of going to Mount A and how you should feel.
Okay. Well, man, like we've talked about it all. Like we're going through your whole career. It's all from now. It's been successful.
Yeah.
Right now, you're doing well. I know you're recovering from like hip surgery now. We didn't really get into it.
Yeah.
But like you're going through that right now, and then like, what do you see yourself after football doing? Because honestly, the way you're going, you're CFL bound at this point. What are you thinking after though? After your whole career of football's done, what's the next move from there?
I'd say like maybe find a new hobby that I'm interested in.
Okay.
If it involves like having to like work somewheres for maybe a little bit until I retire, like just something I like find a new interest in, like football, or honestly, I could see myself maybe taking up like a coaching position at like a high school or a university.
Okay.
At the end of the day, I would like to stay around athletics and preferably football. I think that's like, I think I'm gonna have that interest in my whole lifetime. And so like if it has to do with coaching or even maybe something else I haven't like discovered yet, I don't know. So we'll have to see.
All right, man. Well, hey, you know, it's been a great interview. Thanks for giving the first one. My name's Vincenzo Frangione. I'd like to thank the whole Mountie community for like watching this segment. You know, this year's been very hard with like COVID and like not being able to play sports this fall. So the reason why we're doing these interviews is to show these great athletes with these great personalities who help out in the community and just great people in general, just so the community can see like what they're doing. And so this is Mountie Pride Presents. My name's Vincenzo Frangione. Peace out.